You arrive at the airport with your phone buzzing. The boarding time, a crowded terminal, the squeak of a suitcase wheel, and the small panic that comes the moment you realize you might be in the worst seat on the plane. You run your thumb over the airline app, open the seat map, and see a sea of gray, mostly assigned seats, some with extra legroom tagged for a fee. That sinking feeling is familiar. But there are simple, reliable actions you can take, starting at home, that will dramatically increase the chance of getting a seat you'll actually enjoy for free. Start at home the moment you book. If the airline offers free seat selection at booking, pick the best available seat then. If it doesn't, add your reservation to the airline app and set a single reminder for the exact check-in opening time.
If your flight happens to be canceled or delayed, Compensair will help you get compensation for the inconvenience and get your money back without wasting time on red tape. Get a refund for your canceled flight right.
That's the number one trick. For most major carriers, check-in opens 24 hours before departure for economy and 48 or 72 hours for some international or elite customers. Be ready on your laptop or phone, signed into the airline account with your booking reference and passport details saved. If you have a partner or family, check the map for adjacent seats and grab them the instant the map unlocks. 2 practical tools to use before you pull your phone out of your pocket: seat maps and a stopwatch. Use a reputable seat map site or the airline's own map to identify which rows are problematic: restricted recline, missing window near lavatories, and which rows have the coveted window or extra legroom. Then watch the clock and hit check-in at the exact second it opens. Airline seat inventory is a live market. Free seats evaporate quickly because they're first come, first served the moment check-in unlocks. If you can't or won't be online the instant check-in opens, use another tactic. Sign in on the airline app, find the reservation, and refresh the seat map repeatedly for an hour before departure. Many airlines release unsold paid seats back to the free pool at unpredictable times, usually when schedules firm up or a connecting passenger is reassigned. That means a seat you thought impossible can suddenly appear an hour or two before boarding. At the airport, arrive early for the gate. Gate agents have the final control over seat swaps and are often working from a live seat list. If your best seat is still unassigned, approach politely and ask, "Is there any open aisle or window in the same row as my companion?" Timing matters. The moment they start finalizing the door list is when they'll agree to small seat changes for family seating, medical needs, or to fill a gap in a row. Bring your boarding pass and your companion's reservation on your phone. Having both on screen removes any extra work for the agent. Why do these rules exist? Think of the plane like a hotel. Airlines run a revenue management system that assigns value to each seat and updates those values constantly. Some seats are priced, held, or blocked because the airline uses them to sell upgrades or protect passengers with higher status. The check-in window is the hotel's check-in desk. When the system finally releases the room keys, the keenest, fastest guests get the best rooms. That everyday analogy explains why speed and timing beat begging at the gate. Now the realistic costs and risks. Paid seat fees on domestic flights often run from $5 to $40 for standard preferred seats and $30 to $200 for exit row or extra legroom on long-haul flights. Risk-wise, if you don't act, you face a higher chance of a middle seat, a seat separated from companions, or being moved late in the process during irregular operations. Missed flight risk is unrelated to seat selection unless you arrive late and end up on a later flight with worse seat inventory, so plan arrival times accordingly. Worst case scenario for a family, being split across rows, which makes travel with kids stressful. For solo passengers, it's a cramped, unpleasant flight. The cheapest, safest, most practical solution is layered. 1. Add your booking to the airline app immediately after purchase and sign into your account before check-in opens. 2. Know the airline's exact check-in open time and set an alarm for 5 minutes prior. 3. Use a wired or fast Wi-Fi connection and have the seat map up at the moment check-in flips. 4. If you can't secure the seat then, monitor the map and the app for last-minute releases and arrive early at the gate to ask about open seats. 5. If traveling with someone, try to check in from 2 different devices on the same reservation. 2 screens doubling your speed often wins a choice. A very useful unpaid tactic. Request a seat close to the back of the plane if your priority is to avoid middle seats on earlier rows. The nervous majority rushes forward for exit rows and bulkhead seats and often pays for them. Back rows are less contested. If legroom isn't a priority, an aisle or window in the rear third is often available for free. Many useful links can be found in the description. If the seat you want is behind a paid block, extra legroom, preferred row, try a polite negotiation at the gate. Often a gate agent can move you at no charge when they need to rebalance the plane, or if there is a weight and balance reason. If an agent suggests a paid upgrade as the only option, politely decline and ask if any unpaid swaps exist to keep your party together. Keep your tone calm and specific. "I need seats together with my daughter" beats, "Can you do something?" Every agent likes a clear, short ask you can resolve quickly. One hidden trick and the misleading claim to watch for. Some third-party booking sites advertise free seat assignment, but only allow you to pick during initial booking a limited choice. Then they push you into the airline site where most options are paid. Another common bait is the free random assignment option, made prominent during booking that makes you think you don't need to act. In reality, that random seat may be any leftover standard seat, and you'll be behind paying passengers. The fix. Always manage seats through the airline's app or website after booking. That's where inventory updates fastest, and where agents will look when you ask at the airport. If a website tries to upsell seat selection, refuse by closing that overlay and completing booking. Then go straight to the airline site to check availability. A quick, practical script to use at the gate. Be polite, brief, and specific. "Hi, I'm on flight 123, seat 34C. We're 2 traveling together. Is there any open aisle or window in row 34 or 33 so we can sit together?" If the agent hesitates, add, "We can switch to any unpaid spot you suggest." Often that clarity gets you moved without fees. If the agent insists the only way is a paid extra legroom seat, ask them to watch for last-minute releases. They'll sometimes text or flag you if something opens. Final safety and comfort notes. Don't gamble your arrival time on getting a free upgrade. If you absolutely must have a specific seat, for mobility, medical reasons, or sleep, pay for the seat you need. For leisure travel where cost matters more than perfect positioning, the check-in timing strategy and gate politeness usually work. Use apps like Seat Guru or the airline's seat map to avoid seats with limited recline or missing windows. Those are common regrets. If you fly rarely, practice this once on a short domestic flight to learn the app and check-in rhythm. It's fast to learn and becomes second nature. Reserve, add to app, set alarm, hit check-in, refresh, ask at gate. Those steps, done calmly and consistently, will save you money and stress more often than paying for seat selection every time. If this helped, please subscribe for more step-by-step airport and airline tactics. Hit like to tell me this was useful, and leave one seating scenario you want solved in the comments. I read them
and respond. Safe travels.